Alrighty, this is my review of Fights from this last Friday. I've watched this a few times already, and I'm going to highlight some issues that I've noticed I'm having with my fighting. In particular, I'm noticing that I am throwing at people's shields, that I am telegraphing with some big Conan shots, especially on the oncoming legs, and that I am having some issues with dropping my hip at the wrong time. Also, I'm not using my hips enough. Let's go look at that last video. Be a good example of what I'm talking about. I'm making some assumptions in fights that's getting me killed. So, here I am. Come in. Onside, offside, leg. Onside, offside, onside. Onside, leg. Trying to set up some options. What's happening is, in particular, I throw out a shield there. Look at that. Whoop. If I had raised my hand up, I could have maybe even got that shot. At least made him move enough that this shot would have had a better chance. I slide it right over his shield. I'm right in his face. But because I can't see my tip anymore, I'm not committed anymore. My hip stops moving forward. So I'm already worried about this next shot. I don't pin his shield with my shield. And I start turning. I throw this way behind me. I come straight down to my hip and then twist it into the shot, I would have gotten it. But instead, I get the back of his leg. And I just throw his shield again here. I'm not really committing. Now I'm trying to set him up for a leg shot. Throw it this thing. If I had good committed, look how far away I am when I throw this shot. Step. See an opening. I throw it again. I catch his sword. I step. I'm stepping with that shot. Why did I even throw that shot at his shield? And then I throw leg. And again, having some real flopping issues with my shield. I think I need to redo the elbow so I stop catching people. So I stop flopping around, which is another big issue I see here. I throw at his leg. Catch his shield. And I'm sure I've got his leg at this point. So I totally just drop my guard. And Morian beautifully drops that shot into me. Wham. Again, threw it at his shield. Through the legs. And here's what I mean by Conaning. I telegraph this shot. There's no reason for me to go back at all like that. Just go straight at him. I wind up. Again, my shield wobbles. Is not able to hold on to him. I get that wrap. I fight against Steven. Look at that beautiful snap to my head. Yeah, it was flat, Steven. I don't think it really matters if you hit me with a sword that big. I'm fucking dead. Another one just for good measure. Missed with that stab, I see. Steve just throwing some amazing shots here. I mean, he's just gold with this sword. If I didn't know when he was committed or not, I'd have a lot better time at it. I'm sorry about that double kill. Striking at you again, Steve. I just didn't know it. Huh? There's me dancing. Our neighbor had some very loud music playing. And there's another thing I'm noticing as a whole that was called. I'm having a tendency to throw the same shot over and over and over again. You know, I get underneath it. I get underneath it. Try to throw zero stem there. You see that. Completely fail. I don't even know why I tried it. Orion throws a shot. He's moving away from me as he throws it. If he'd committed to it, I'd been fucking dead. I try to throw zero stem at him there. Boom. Nothing. And I throw this shot. I step away from him as he spins away. I throw that at him. I'm trying to catch it with a tip. There's just not enough force there. I'm guessing I should have stepped there and not moved that foot, this back foot, this front foot. Should left it planted. Should have stepped a second time with that back foot. Committed that shot. I think I should have also committed at his face, body, arm, anything, not a leg, which is what I seem to want to do. And then it saved me. I dive underneath his shot. He throws it again. He's stepping with the wrong leg. He doesn't catch me. It would have been flat even if it had hit me. And this is another issue I'm seeing. I keep wanting to throw this shot a lot. I go for my guard here. I throw a Molyneux. Now, I was lucky enough that Tashish was teaching us today that just a step with his foot this way. And so instead of doing that, you cork screw the shot in past their shield. I even know how to practice that on the Pell. But go for a stab. I'm obviously going for a stab there. Anyways. And I finally get a stab off there. Once I feel like I've committed to a stabbing, then we got some issues going on. I think that was high. That's what ended up being that shot. Again, I'm totally, but stepping with those offside shots there. There he goes. He gets me. I'm also not throwing with any sort of hip rotation on these shots. I'm throwing offsides like they're at the wrong time. I am very happy with the number of different angled shots I'm throwing. I don't find myself throwing the same shots over and over, which is sort of nice. There I am, switch my feet up. You know, onside, offside leg, but I need a follow-up to that shot. These fights, these are all fights just picking at random off of my selection of fights. Rick just let me win that one. I just tapped him on the back. He totally heads me there. As you can see, I'm trying to do for the 1, 2, 3. Keep waiting for him to throw 3 shots. I throw a shot at him. I wait for him to throw 3 shots. I throw a shot at him. 3, and then wait for a pause. I throw a shot at him. And that's pretty much my mode with Jonathan or Jeff and Larson. And it works more or less. I'm realizing some serious issues. Like the fact that my go-to shot after receiving a bunch of shots is a Molyneux. I need to practice that Molyneux shot that Tasha was teaching me. It's always the same thing. I throw a Molyneux and a leg. A Molyneux and a leg. Or if they're far away from me, I just throw at their leg. I don't know why. I get tired of him walking around me, so I start stepping with him so he can't get around me. It's a pushing fight. He tries to step away. I think I take his leg. Nope. Yeah, I do. I'm tired of fighting with him. attempting to set him up for the body shot, and it works, but definitely does not look graceful. Practicing with this sword is a lot longer than what I normally play with. God, Steven's like a freaking whirlwind there. It's Jeff Larson. Trying to throw these offsides. I'm just not figuring out how to make them work. So far enough away to throw them, they're offside bodies and legs is what I mean. Far enough away that they could work. They don't work with my little short swords. I need to practice some different things on the PAL. Tabard broke earlier in the day, and it just took me a while to figure out what the hell had happened. Jeff not quite figuring out if he uses his body away. There's onside, offside leg again. Now, I'm going to review that last fight because I pasted Erica in the knee. Let's see what happened there. Step in. Now I'm stepping. I know she's left-sided, so I step in goofy foot. I'm afraid she's going to leap at me. What's happening is I'm doing this thing where I step forward with my right foot, and then I sort of sidle over my left foot. I step forward with my right foot, I sidle over my left foot. It's not really a way to grab and land. You can see me do it here. Don't know if there's a better way of sneaking up on a right, lefty, but... So I throw at her. Awful tip drag. That's not a big issue. I'm having some tip drag issue. See, my sword is at this weird angle all the way through until I finally straighten it up. Got to learn to start keeping it parallel. I know it is. I was getting ready to throw that offside. So I throw the offside, come over her shield, into her head. You can see I just don't have any hip rotation. My back foot is completely off the ground. Just no force there. She throws over. I block it. I block it. I throw at her leg. That's what happened. So, I throw at her leg. I'm actually trying to shoot for her inner thigh here. And then I see her front leg starting to come around, so I throw at her other leg. And she goes up on tippy toe. And that raises it that 2 inches that I need to catch her in the kneecap. I'm sorry about that, Erica. Did not mean to catch you in the kneecap, but... Alrighty. This is my fights with Richard, sorry. With a Y. Richard was a nice guy. He just had no sort of... He kept using his arm for everything. And as a guy who also uses his arm for everything, because I'm retarded, I understood why people were doing stuff. I liked that leg shot. Close up behind him, eventually start trying to hit him in the side. Look at that. Steven just has it down. If I didn't happen to know his tells, he'd be pacing the crap out of me. So, I have to keep walking up, waiting for that leg to open up, which it does, and I finally take it. I think at this point, I had just won my 6th or 7th fight in a row. I was getting tired. I just wanted people to die. I was hoping they'd eventually come out in pairs, but it never happens. By the way, Jeff, totally paced me in the head here. Offside, he sees it's coming, boom. Rising. Oh, that's what it was. That's why it didn't hit me good. He just used his arm into it. If he'd sat down with that shot... Oh! No, he doesn't. It comes off my sword. I totally thought he hit me in the head. But he doesn't. Yep. We fight. I'll wait till I get some good positioning. And I think I paste him in the side. Yeah, I do. Just come right underneath it. There's no hip there. I don't know why he took that shot. Sort of silly fight with Morian. I think he just started with pole weapon for the, or with greatsword for the day. I ended up starting to fence him. Try to take that leg. My robe is back in one piece, being this is from earlier in the day. Cross guards, make my life easier. So, what happened there? I thought he hit me in the head looking at that video there. He raises up. He does. He hits me right there. I think my arm intercepts his hands right here before he connects. Nope, I see my shield flopping out. It was my shield that caught his shot. Alrighty. There's my sword catching it, and my sword catching it. I keep treating it like I'm fighting Steven. Which does not work. And there you go, double-sided. He just couldn't run away from me any farther. And there we go. We'll send up the other half later on, I guess. So, high points. Work on tip drag, work on hips, work on throwing those onsides with my fist high up in the air, not low down. Commit to the first shot so people actually will take them seriously instead of throwing a second shot. And that's about it.